Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm Bernard Watts. First of all, I want to say thank you for tuning in and you're watching Sports Talk with Watts Entertainment. We come to you every Sunday, every Tuesday, and every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I want to thank all of you for tuning in the past. I want to thank my sponsor tonight. This show is brought to you by Ameris Bank, right there in the city of Jackson, Georgia, for a loan checking account or saving account. Call 770-775-8300, and they will be able to take care of your needs. Got a great show tonight. Got RobDaManMedia, as you know. Got the legendary coach down there in Jacksonville, Florida. And yes, tonight, Steve Woodland going to join the panel. And we getting ready to talk about Coach Prime in Colorado football first week in fall camp. So, hey, I'm telling you, share this video, call or text a friend or a loved one, and let them know to go to YouTube and watch the show because it's going to be a banger. I promise you that. All right? All right. So let's get the show on the road. Let me get this out the screen. It's the hardest part of that here for me. All right. We'll get bring the guys up.
Yo, yo,
What's
yo.
going on, Rob?
I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. How are you?
Can't hear you.
I'm good, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
All right. Rob having a little problem. Let me bring somebody else up. I can't hear him. Coach Drake, what's going on, doctor?
What's going on, boss? What's going
How
on?
you feel, brother?
Hey, blessed and highly favored. Another great day. You said Jacksonville, Florida. I don't want people in Gainesville to get mad. It's
I mean, my
Gainesville,
bad,
Florida.
my
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, I got you on that one. I
I want
screwed
them
you up on
people
that one,
that,
doc.
yeah, them people get mad. Well, what you talking about? You ain't from Jacksonville? Yeah.
Let me see, can I bring, let me try Rod again.
Yo, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm about to say, man, Coach Drake from Gainesville now. I know what's going on.
Yeah. I said, hey, when I said Jacksonville, I said, no, he didn't even know Jacksonville. He was Gainesville. He heard
Yeah,
Russ game on and sprayed that out.
yeah, they do that now.
Uh, hey, we sound good. Y'all sound good. Everybody can hear each other.
Sir.
Okay, all right. Hey, uh, got Mr. William backstage, and we're gonna bring him up. How you doing, Miss Phyllis? What's up, Terrell? What's up, Casey? What's up, DHH, DJH, J Dot, T Man, J Jizzle? What's up, Yahweh?
Oh,
Lord,
God.
Mr. William. But anyway, somebody got some feedback.
Yeah, Mike, check. Let me know if I'm good. If I'm not, I'm going to switch real quick. Chat, let me know. Let me know, chat.
Now, everybody keep going in and out. We're having technical difficulty right now.
I'm good. I'm good. Mr. Steve, that's my man.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, Coach Dre? Good to see y'all. We're gonna get these technical difficulties taken care of. We're gonna get this thing up and going.
All right, all right. I guess Rod have the technical difficulty. Anyway, hey, Coach Prime in Colorado had a first week of had their first week fall camp, and it was a lot of things that went on that I saw that I like. That I'm glad that I saw what I like. One thing that stood out, Coach Dre, Coach Prime, them gonna run the ball this year.
Hopefully we can.
No ifs, ands, and buts about it. We gonna definitely run the ball. I feel good about all four backs. And then again, I've been telling people for the last year or so that you need 13 offensive linemen ready to go play football, and I think we have that. So when you have those two dynamics, you should be able to run the football. This week I was very impressed with Hood and the kid from Arkansas, and then Charlie O was just coming here and telling y'all I'm just not handing y'all the job. That you gonna have to come take it from me. So I'm very impressed with the running back room, and I love the intensity that I'm seeing from the offensive line. Again, what some of them boys out on the offensive line you can't teach. You can't teach it. You can't teach dog. Dog is a mentality, and Benson got that. He show up with that attitude every day. That I'm finna block whoever you line up in front of me. So I feel good about the way our offensive line and our running backs look this week in practice.
Okay. I don't know what happened to Rod and Mr. Woodland.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just hearing a bunch of feedback, so that's why I had muted to make sure I was good. Are y'all hearing any feedback? Because I'm hearing feedback.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay,
But
yeah, that's why I muted myself and came on because I'm like I'm hearing feedback. But
okay.
and we good, man. Yeah, you got like what you see from this offensive line. You can tell, Phil Longhorns is just not just teaching, but he's putting players in different positions to see who fit best where. So when you start to look at this offensive line and how they gelling and the pieces moving around, you gotta like what you see to help this running game, and you're gonna see this. You're gonna see them run the ball. So it's something exciting to see. I can tell you this: when you look at this offensive line from this year to last year, and there's no disrespect to that line last year, you see guys that want it. You see the competitiveness coming out of them. You seeing them going to go finish blocks. You seeing pancake blocks. You weren't seeing that last year. So you got to be in good shape to understand what you're seeing right now. It's a lot different than last year.
All right. And when I look at that running back room, all them running backs look good. Charlie O look good. Uh, I mean, all of them just look good to me, especially that number 23.
Isaiah,
Yeah, Isaiah Augusta. Boy, he look real good. He remind me of Adrian Peterson when he run the football. And Eric Dickerson. Man, if he get up just a little bit daylight, I mean, he don't need much. He make one cut and he gone. He downhill. Michael look good. When he get his chance, it's just gonna be a. I don't know how they're gonna rotate or what they're gonna do. I heard the coach on when they interviewed said just looking at one and two running back, but man, whoever that one or two or they do it by committee, this running game gonna be dangerous. Especially we got an offensive line that will block. They will block, and that's what I like about it, man. They blocking this year, and the size of the offensive line, Coach Dre, is way different from
yeah,
last year.
No doubt. When you talk about you averaging six, 6'6" on the offensive line, 6'5", 6'6" on the offensive line. You talking about guys that want to block, and I got to give a big hand to Hank. Because when we was in shorts and shirts, I came on here and said I was a little worried. I was seeing him getting taken back to the center, but boy, since they put on them shoulder pads and helmet, that kid's been holding his own, blocking some of the best. And so I feel good about that five that Coach Prime named when he went to Big 12 Media Day. Every time I see those, every time I see them. But yesterday when and I've told people this, and people didn't want to hear me last year when I told them the offensive line last year would have been better just with Tyler Brown being on it. Tyler Brown is the glue to that offensive line. When I saw Coach Lohos move that kid out the tackle yesterday, and he didn't skip a beat, I knew that's football coaching, and you got to give Coach Lohos a big round of applause for the way these kids can go inside and out like that, because we definitely didn't have that kind of operation going on last year.
I
Mr.
mean,
Williams, how you doing, Steve? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm doing fantastic. Fantastic.
All right. What you think about the offensive line that Coach Prime done put together this year compared to last year?
Well, it's night and day. It's night and day considering what they had last year. We have to give kudos to everyone, the recruiting personnel, because they did a fantastic job. They got pieces now that are interchangeable. It ain't just one position, and that's what's making them a dangerous team, because you can switch and you can move out. And the next thing I like what Coach Prime told them, it's competition now. You might have done well on Monday, but if you're Tuesday, that performance is not where it needs to be, you will be getting replaced.
You right about that, sir. She right about that. So how Charlie O look to y'all? He look like a number one running back, Coach Ray?
Here's what I'm gonna tell you in this situation. Charlie O ain't giving up his job easy. You got to come get it. So if you gonna start over Charlie O, that means you came and bring it, because right now Charlie's showing you anytime he get a rep with that first team, he's showing that he can be trusted. So when you got a guy that's in there, that's studying, that's doing everything that you need to do, you know, to do everything that you need to do, as far as watching film, taking care of your body, making sure you're available, right? Because the biggest piece, right, is availability, right? The one guy that's been available is Charlie O from the spring, right? Even though he didn't play in the spring game, majority of the spring he was available. He got to show the coaches, hey, what's next, right? When you put an offensive line in front of him, that's what he can look like. So when you see Charlie O, if you're gonna get in front of him, you earned it, because he's bringing his lunch pail every single day and he's depositing every single day into the team. So that's one of the things that you got to be thankful for.
One thing I've been saying this week, Coach Ray, the offensive line, they moving around. You just don't see Tyler Brown at guard. You also see him at the tackle position. Just don't see Khalil Benson at the tackle position. You also see him at guard. So what you think about the offensive line, the way Coach Prime and Phil Loho moving those guys around in different positions?
Again, I think my Uncle Steve said it earlier. He's not making nobody comfortable. I'm going to show you that I got enough guys that if you don't come and be consistent every day, like he say, I don't want you to be good on Monday, and because I was good on Monday, I'll take Tuesday off because I was good on Monday. If you don't be good on Tuesday, well, you come on over here and stand by me until you can come and give me what you gave me on Monday. And if you go back and you look at, I think it was on the pregame show, he was in the offensive lineman meeting room, and Loho said it straight up. Nobody has a starting job right now. I'm going to mix and match, and then I'm going to find my best five that way. He just straight up told them that. Nobody here has a starting job. So he's keeping them kids on their toes on camp. When you go home and lay down in your bed, just because you had a good day, all you thinking of, I need to have a better day tomorrow. Because sometimes when you have one good day, you feel and you lay back on your morals. Well, you can't do that right now at the University of Colorado and play offensive line for us. You got to come with your hard hat every day. But again, I like those. I think we got about 16 to 18 guys on the offensive line, but I like about 13 of them, and that's how we gonna rock.
Man, one of the things that I love about Phil Longhorst is moving the players around, right? You get to see the versatility in practice, right? Who fits best where? Because everybody say it's a lock where these players are going to be at. Well, now that you're in fall camp, the pads are on, you really get to see, all right, if I move this person in here or I move this person there, what does the offense look like now, right? Just moving one piece, right? It might be the same starting five, but that might be moved in different pieces to make everything gel even better. And so did we see that last year? We didn't. It's just you knew who the book tackles were going to be, and you knew kind of who the guards were going to be until Tyler Brown became ineligible, right? So now you're getting to see is you don't know who going to be. You kind of know who possibly going to be starting five, but you don't know where they're going to line up in the game. And that's what you start to understand, because if you're watching that film, Tyler Brown looks as good at tackle than he does at guard.
He does.
You know, you don't see the full practice of what's really going on. But when you do watch some of the clips, Brown looks better at tackle than he does at guard, right? So what does that bring, right? Do you move Brown to tackle and you put Khalil in at guard? What does that look like? You know what I'm saying? So you're just trying to find the right combinations to make sure that, you know, everything complements everything to move things forward. So just keep stacking days, and that's all you can be thankful for.
Steve?
This is what I'm saying. You have an opportunity now for an NFL grade for these individuals. That's what Coach Prime is also looking at. When they get ready to be looked at for NFL teams, now that NFL team can say, hey, we only have X amount of positions on this team. I can draft this here guy. He might not be a top tackle, but if we need a tackle for an emergency situation, this guy can play tackle. So he's uplifting these people for the draft, and they really don't see it now, but they'll see it later when it comes time for the draft, because you'll get drafted higher because they see you're interchangeable and you're more valuable to an NFL team than just being a guard. So it's fantastic.
Good point, fellas. Good point. Now, on this defensive side of the ball, man, I'm telling you, that front seven, man. Boy, Cobra, man, they got to do it on the run, Rob. They got him on
Yeah.
the run, bro, and they chopping at him. They ain't, you know how it was last year. They just rush back there and cause Shadour's stature is so high. But these boys right here, they don't care nothing about that stature. What you call told him, boy, I come to get you.
Here's,
Boy, I like
here's,
that right there. So what y'all thinking about that front seven Coach Prime
here's
done put together, man?
here's what you got to look at, right? That line that's going against Shador is pretty much the first team. And that's
True.
what people don't be realizing. Like, just because they on the second team and they going against the first team, this is really the first team, because you get more competitive reps with Shador in at quarterback, and Shador being able to keep you on your toes and make a lot of throws that a lot of quarterbacks can't make in pinpoint accuracy. So the players that's on the second team actually getting a better look than the players that's on the first team. And a lot of people get caught up in, oh man, well, this player on first team. Trevor Woods on the first team. But the looks, what kind of looks is he getting? Going against the backup, the second team quarterback versus playing against Shador. So if you want to know who the real dogs is and who going to go against the mono versus mono, if you on that second team, you got to be thankful, because you're getting a better look, a better opportunity to show, hey, I'm really like that. I'm really, you know, what you advertise. And you look at the linebackers that's on that second team, hey, Webster flying off the page.
Boy, I'm
You
gonna
ain't
get
missing
there, bro.
Webster.
I'm coming. Hold on, Rod. Stay right there. Don't go too far on me, Rod. You'll kill my content. But go ahead and finish up.
Go ahead. I'm good.
Go ahead, Steve.
I mean,
I will say this here. It ain't just the front seven. You got the front 14, you got the front 21, because what you're seeing now, it's not just the first string out there getting loose. It's that second string getting loose, and you even see the third string. If you look at it, when you look at well off and reach the people, you're seeing the third string. Them cornerbacks, those walk-ons, on how they're excelling and how close they are to those receivers. Those receivers ain't beat them like normal. Oh, they now Jimmy done put some moves on some people. Timmons done put some moves, but that's natural. But my point is this: the competition then stepped up, and this is what you need to recognize this here. Look, that defensive line coordinator ain't playing. That
Huh,
that
no
crap,
doubt.
that crap of, oh, I got this one play and I made one play. Homeboy, that don't flow with him. You're gonna dominate, or he gonna sit you. He gonna sit you behind the bench. So I just love his intensity. I love what he's telling them. He's teaching, because listen to this. He told them verbatim, we went over everything that you saw out here. We went over it in the classroom. What is the problem? You saw it. We taught it to you. Let's perform. So they're getting taught. They're getting taught. Are they catching it? That's the point.
Hey, shout out to the D line for the extra work they put in today. Just depositing every day on their off day.
what can you talk about again? Defensive line is a rotational position. All I need you to do is give me 3 good plays. Prime, if y'all listen to him, he continuously tells y'all, I need you to give me 3 good plays. We got a rotation of 8 to 9 guys that can play up front. That if you that they come in the hunt. And again, they know that Coach Lewis and Coach Sapp is not taking no lackluster effort. They not taking none of that, and they bring in the juice every day. When your coach bring in the juice like that, you have no reason not to play hard. And what we seeing is that the energy that everybody's feeding off of everybody. Everybody is feeding off of everybody. So who on the first team, that feeds over to the second team. It feeds over to the third team. As much as people thought that kid 36 special Coach Prime be talking about was gonna fall off, that kid is falling off by no stretch of the imagination. When I turn on my TV and I see 36 out there at cornerback, he's not backing down from anybody. Now, do I think the kid gonna get a lot of playing time? No, I don't. But that kid is working hard every day, making those receivers better, making our team better, and you can't take those kids lightly. And so when you see the energy that the defense is bringing every day, you gotta be happy. And then you gotta give your hats off to Livingston and the kind of defense he's running. Again, no disrespect to Coach Kelly, because Coach Kelly is a national championship defensive coordinator, but he has his mindset on what kind of defense he's gonna run, and y'all gotta fit in his box. Livingston isn't doing that. Livingston saying, I'm gonna fit in y'all box. Y'all gonna show me what y'all do well, and we gonna go out here and do that. And that's why you see them guys flying around having fun. They're not thinking as much. They're reading and reacting, going to find the football, and doing a great job at it right now.
Hey, that second team is more fired up in that first team, which is
Hey,
making
yeah.
that first team go
Yep.
harder. Because that second team, no, they got the best of the best. So if the second team showing out, the first team got to show up, because that linebacker player on that second team, hey, they coming.
Hey,
Well,
speaking of linebackers, Rob, on that second team, boy, Webster, I overlooked him, but this week right here, he about that punishment. I got some clips, 4 different clips. He the only linebacker that I done seen tackling a running back head on. And in the speed, and when they put him in a blitz packet, he back there on Shador. That boy hungry. He just might be better than Hill Green. Go ahead, Coach Ray. Just might. I'm gonna push the envelope a little bit.
he again.
Hold on, Coach Ray.
I
Hold on. CB
go ahead.
Buff Down. Appreciate that. Say y'all kicking grease. Good combo, guys. D Hall. Work don't give. I just want to get it done. Coach Lewis, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what he be saying. Just get done. Go ahead, Coach Ray. I'm sorry. I was just trying to get it off before it go away.
No problem. What I saw when I went back, I watched it right before we came on. What I see Hart doing is he's interchanging his linebackers. So one time I saw Bentley out there with Webster. I saw Trevor and Webster. I saw Hill Green and Bentley. So I seen JB, and so he's switching that first, like Rob saying. I want to see y'all against that first group. So I'm gonna switch y'all around so I can see what y'all look like with 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 them offensive linemen out there that can get up to the linebacker and stuff like that right there. So I've seen all of them. I agree with you right now. If you're asking me to judge off of what I saw this week, T Woods, because of what he did with the interceptions, but if we're talking about straight sideline to sideline, you got to go with Webster from what you saw. But T Woods is a close second for me this week in what I saw. But you have to give Webster all the credit in the world for what I've seen from him sideline to sideline this week when it comes to when we got in the pad.
Go ahead, Mr. Steve.
This is what I recognize when it comes to Webster. He understands the concept. If you listen to him on the sideline, that young man told the linebacker coach, I knew that they weren't going to come under the receiver was going to come underneath, but I didn't want to take him because I knew where they wanted to go. They wanted to go behind me. So I released off that person and went to the one behind me to get the ball. That lets me know that he understands when he's in that room and they're teaching, he understands the concept. And when he sees it on the football field, he understands this is when I attack. When you have that, that person is going to play on the weekend because you can trust that person. That person understands, that person got the concept, and that person attacks. That person will be on the field, and he will be on there sooner rather than later.
Here's my thing. This defense is flying around, and they ain't putting on installs yet for what they gonna run week 1. This is all off of natural ability and just putting certain things in to see what they gonna do. So you're really playing off of natural instincts and ability to show, hey, who's gonna get the job done for what we asking you to do? We're gonna give you this small little details things. We're gonna teach it. We're gonna rep it, and we want to see you go out there and execute it. And now you're seeing who can do what. The true installs is gonna come after next week when they start preparing for game 1. They're preparing for it, but they haven't put the true installs of what it's gonna really look like. So what you seeing and how people are flashing off film at that linebacker room, you got to be pretty excited. Now, there's been a couple plays where they, depending on what was called, gap scheme wise, and the running backs broke off a couple of them because the linebackers. But for overall, the linebacking play is tremendously better. But what I always said, when a D line is better, the linebacking play is going to be better. And that's what you notice the most. The D-line assignment and them hunting is helping his linebackers make plays behind the line of scrimmage. And that's what you got to think. And that's what you see. And that's the part that is the loveliest piece about it is you seeing this defensive line get after it to release these linebackers and let them go make plays.
Also, that defensive back, them defensive cornerbacks, they legit. Y'all told me. I didn't believe you, but y'all told me. Coach Dre Raw, y'all told me. Coach Prime, don't worry about that defensive back room, Watts. They legit.
Oh, we loaded back there now.
Hey, they are. Who are that number 30?
I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but we loaded back there.
He making plays, bro.
We got some
He
guys.
making plays, man. He making plays. But check this out.
And we missing, and we got another safety on the way.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. But check this out. Check this out, Steve Woodland. Check this out. That wide receiver room, Will Shepherd. He's gonna be a first round draft pick. From what I saw this week, Rob, when they put everybody else, all the wide receivers on the right, and they line him up on the left, he isolated by himself, he gonna win that one-on-one match. You know why? He's 6'2", 200 pounds, and every cornerback, majority of the cornerbacks in the Big 12 ain't about 5'9", 5'10". All she do is they're getting the ball and they're throwing it up there and let him catch it. And he can go get it.
But when you're saying that, Watts, when you're saying first round, the only thing I will push back a little bit is this here.
Mr. B, he going first round.
Sir, this is where I'm going. Here where I'm going with this one here. The pushback. Until I see more separation with him as far as his routes and things like that, that's going to hamper him from that first round as far as I see. And I'm telling you that because when you're his size, unless he make plays like Michael Irvin, now he has that Michael Irvin capabilities with his body. He uses his body like Michael Irvin. That's what I see. When he gets his body on one-on-one with somebody, he knows how to utilize his body. But the only thing I will tell you, he needs more separation when he's one-on-one with people. He wins, but in the NFL, you need a little separation. So I'll just add that. But he looked fantastic.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Now, BWatts, we was having this conversation about the wide receivers. And what's the first name I said?
Will Shepherd.
Will Shepherd.
I overlooked him, Ron. I'm sorry.
When you talk about consistency, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't watch him at Vanderbilt. I did.
I watched him too at Vanderbilt. I watched him when he
But
played Florida. That was his best game.
when you watched him, he only ran a couple routes. You didn't get to see his arsenal. You didn't really get to see him be a route runner because they told him to do two things, right? You got to come back or you got to fly. One of the two. It ain't no in between. Your routes is the same, so now you're getting to see him be a true receiver. Like the complimentary things that you didn't see in his game at Vanderbilt that he couldn't show because he didn't have the type of quarterback that can
Right.
make the throws, that has accuracy to put it on him.
Right.
Now you're getting to see this is what it is now. So that's why I said a lot of people slept on Will Shepherd. They just knew he was from Vanderbilt. They didn't understand the full package of what he was bringing, and that he didn't get to run a lot of routes that he's doing at CU at Vanderbilt, and didn't have the quarterback play that he has at CU. So that's a huge, tremendous difference, and it makes the wide receiver look completely different. So now you start to see the total package. Well, Will Shepherd, man, he's gonna have a great season.
I believe he is too.
Here's what you know. I was there. When you come to play Vanderbilt, you was coming to stop Will Shepherd, and he still get on. So
Still got him on.
now that I have some help, you can't double me because LaJonte over there, Jimmy in the slot, Amarion over there, Timmons over there. We'll put Matthews out here, and if we want to be sporty, we'll put 18 or 6 out there and let them get loose. You understand me? Make no mistakes about it. The best receiver core in the nation, hands down. And there's no need for us to discuss it. But that kid had to do everything for Vanderbilt. And so when you're just a stretch the field receiver and not the receiver that they let do everything because we need big plays. I need you to go 10 yards or better for us to get first down because that's the only way we're going to move the sticks. And what I'm telling you is he played against DBs at Florida that got drafted 3rd, 4th round last year. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the Florida DBs didn't get drafted. They went to the NFL. So Will Shepherd is as advertised. And now when you don't have to double, when he can just run routes and don't have to worry about the double team, nobody forgets about 12. You don't never have to about 12. We know what 12 gonna come to do every week. You get what I'm saying? You don't 2 and 12. You don't never have to talk about. We know what 2 and 12 gonna do every week. They gonna come. They coming to get the money because they know what it is. But a lot of people sleeping on Timmons right now. But 82 gonna make some noise.
I'm getting to it. I'm finna get to it.
Make some noise.
I'm coming. I'm coming, Coach Drake. I'm coming. I'm coming, y'all. Way.
Here's what I would say to this. I would love for them to go ahead and double Will Shepherd. Watch how that work out for you.
That ain't gonna work, Rob. They gonna get lit up when they do that. They double anybody. They gonna the only chance a defensive coordinator got, they got to blitz. They got to sell out, bro. If you double Will Shepherd, Jimmy Horn gonna eat you up in that slot. LaJonte. Now check this out. I'm gonna talk about Jimmy Horn Jr. Now I've been hard on him. Bro, he look like he helped. Every time he catch the ball, he by himself. I don't know if he's smoking them, or I don't know if it's a mixed coverage. But every time he catch the ball, he running backwards. I said, now I went back and I was telling my brothers, I said, I gotta look at this thing one more time. Dude, this dude putting no smoke on them boys, man. He looked like y'all been telling me he wasn't healthy, but no, he wasn't healthy. Be what I just said, man. I don't know about this Jimmy Horn, but bro, I studied that thing good last night and early this morning. He's smoking them guys out there. So, Rod, I get your coach Drake credit. Y'all say he wasn't healthy. This boy healthy this year. Talk to him. I ain't worried about Coach Drake. Talk to him, Rod. Jimmy Horn. Just Jimmy Horn Jr. Just Jimmy Horn.
Here's the things that people forgot about with Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn went through a lot of adversity last year. With just off the field with his father and things like that. And he wasn't healthy. So a lot of the stuff that he was dealing with was mental stuff. Not that he couldn't play the game, not that he couldn't separate and score touchdowns. All of it was just mental. Now you're starting to see him be fully healthy. His head is in a different space. he got more of his boys around him that's gonna push him, right? When you look at last year's team, we had a solid wide receiver group, but you didn't have nobody that can push him to say, hey, if you don't step up, you're not playing.
Right.
You got that this year. If you don't come with your lunch pail every day to practice and do what you need to do, you're not gonna play. Because guess what? We got 2 freshmen that's ready to go. We got Timmons. We got a guy that ain't even practicing right now, C5. That
Right.
ain't even out there making plays yet. You still got Caleb. You got Travis, you got Will. So when you start to look at things, hey, LaJonte can do everything Jimmy can do, right?
True.
So you got to come play. We want to see you perform, and you're starting to see when he's fully healthy, his mentals is right. This is the caliber player he is. Now we want to see that in the special teams game. Go house it, baby. Every time you touch it, go house it.
That's what Coach Brian told him. Go house. Bang house. Go ahead, Mr. Wood.
He's in a good space. When you're in a good space, it just changes everything. And then you got to look at this here also. He's year 2 as far as his fitness when it comes to lifting weight, getting his body right. And then you also have to look at the fact that Jimmy's in a better offense. This offense suits him compared to last year, doing all those routes in which he have to make a decision and the quarterback has to make. It ain't no decisions now. You're running routes. And when you're running routes and you got that speed that he has, and this is the icing on the cake. Your 4th best defensive back is on Horn. So you're putting the 4th best defensive back that you have on your team on Jimmy. And last year you had your 1st or your 2nd on it. So Jimmy just sitting back there smiling because everybody behind Jimmy understands if Jimmy don't do what he's supposed to, them my yards. Timmons smiling. Timmons saying, hey, let him don't do what he's supposed to. Let him one mistake and he's not on that field. Those are my yards. And that's what people are looking at. That's why I'll be smiling if I'm in the receiver's room. Who's ever behind those gentlemen and pushing them, your time is next. But for Jimmy, kudos to Jimmy. He did what he's supposed to do. He took those lashes from people criticizing him. Instead of pouting about it, he went into that room and experimented and got himself better. And now people going to have to eat a little crow. Because all those people, oh, he dropped that ball. I'm going to say, well, he still caught them touchdowns. So he going to get it this year.
Okay, I'm going to eat that crow. I was one of them. Go ahead, Coach Jay. I'm going to eat that crow. I'll be the first one to eat it. My bad, Jimmy. Will you please come on the show now?
Hey, I told y'all, them Florida boys built a little different. And I knew something was wrong when he tweaked that hammy, because he looked how he looked when he first got to Colorado. Then he tweaked his hamstring. But then y'all come to find out that his best friend was playing hurt. So how can I not go out here and play if Xavier out here playing, and I know he ain't got no business playing? I can't sit here and pout about my injury. And hamstrings, if you don't rest them, they never get better. They just never get better. So once my dog could get him an off season, let that hamstring rest. Now we running past people. We not worried about the hamstring. I mean, we running past people so bad, we just turn around and catch the football. We doing backflips in the end zone. You get what I'm saying? I told y'all, we took down names. We jotted down names. We
I
did
hope
a lot of
can you
run
take my
stuff.
name off? Hey,
Your
hey,
name was never on there.
Rod.
Your name
Hey,
was.
Rod. I know Coach Ray ain't gonna take my name out, but can you just slide and let erase on that? We're gonna take BWatts out there, not Jimmy.
Listen,
You
when I
weren't never
tell
on.
you,
You were
when I
never on
tell
that
you we
list.
got the game tape
You were
loaded,
never on that
we got
list.
I
look.
was never on that. Appreciate
You
that
were
quick
never
bill.
on.
But check this out, Rod. Let me come to
You
you.
were never on that
Boy,
list,
that
Papa.
okay, Rod. Let me come to you, Rod. Talk to me about Timmons. How he looking? How number 82 really looking?
A big body receiver that we needed, right? The things that we was expecting out of Javon Antonio last year, Timmons is giving us that. A big body red zone target. If we need to go throw it up, we can go throw it up, and he gonna come down with it. Just another weapon in the arsenal. He's just pushing every day. He's just knocking on the door every day. He's just trying to show, man, what he didn't get to show at North Carolina State. That's it. He just knowing that he's in a better situation with a NFL quarterback. He's getting to showcase his talent, and he's just showing the world what everybody hasn't seen.
Go ahead, Steve.
When it comes to Timmons, I'm just telling you, that young man, he's mature. Number one, he's been there, he's done that. He understands what he needs to do. When you have a professional quarterback, and if you notice, a whole lot of people besides two, I call two second to none. And when it comes to two, everybody is beside him asking the right questions because you want to make sure that when he puts that ball there, you're going to come down with it. And what Timmons is doing is Timmons make the team better because when you have someone pushing you as hard as Timmons is pushing, and them freshmen pushing them jokers, man, you cannot rest on that first string. You think you're on the first string. We ain't talking about Marion Miller. You talking about you on the first string. It ain't no first string because if you're not there on Saturday, let's go Thursday. Let somebody not be healthy on Thursday and see what's gonna happen with them young men behind them. They are waiting. They're biting at the bit, and they're saying, "I'm ready." All I'll tell those young men is this: in Timmons, if he ever listens to anything else, Timmons, keep your lunch pail. Keep doing what you're doing because your time is coming. And when your number is called, the talking's over with. Coach Prime expects you to perform and to perform at a high level.
I mean, Timmons is the prototypical of what my new slogan is. He has a purpose. He's standing on his purpose. He know what he here to do. He know what his mission is, and because he can stand on purpose, he can stand on business. Because what's business without purpose? And that's just simply it. No, nothing else needs to be said. He comes to work every day. I know I'm not the guy that's talked about. I know I'm not the kid that everybody's, the people that people ranting or raving about. But you gonna see me when you turn the TV on, when you turn the well off, the reach, you gonna see me out there making the plays. And he comes to work every day. And so I love that kid, the way he works and the way he has a purpose about what he's doing. And like Unc said, he's mature for his age, and so he knows the business a little better. He knows what comes with it.
Boy, Mr. Woodson, Block Bullet doing everything they brought him in to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not only is
The
he doing,
Dogs are doing everything they brought him in to do.
yes,
Everything.
yes,
Him and
sir.
Tyler Brown
Yes,
on the
sir.
line in the trenches, they doing everything. They brought them in. They brought them two in now to do this first week. What I don't see on the defensive side, Mr. Woodley, Block Bullet taking on two blocks. He freeing the linebackers up. All they got to do is just come up there, make the play. And on the offensive side, Tyler Brown, that dude, boy.
But BWatch, you're saying you're talking to the choir because what people realize that young man played Texas. I watched him at Houston when he played Texas, and those guys were in the NFL. You're talking about NFL players at Texas. Everybody, the horns up, the horns up. I'm talking about that team. That guy was getting double teamed the whole time, the whole game, and he stood his ground. When you say stand your ground, that's Block Bullet. He did not move. And when you can stand your ground on that line and he don't move an inch, they looking at them two guys, the coach looking at them like, dude, you're over 600 pounds. You're almost 700 pounds. This guy's barely 300 and you can't move him. And it frees up those linebackers. So when you're talking about the Block Bully, I tell people like this one here, we're talking about linebackers, but the linebackers should buy him lunch. Those four up there, they should be buying them lunch because you are going to hear what I'm saying. One linebacker, two of those linebackers are going to get 100 and some tackles. And I'm putting Hill Green. Hill Green is going to get probably 112, 116 tackles this year because they're going to come right to him. He's going to be fine. Watch what I tell you. A linebacker is good. You're going to have a linebacker on this team. you're going to have it where they're getting about 16 to 22 tackles a game because the block bully's not going anywhere. So that means that running back is going to hit that middle, and the block and that linebacker sitting right there with a hole that's open, and all you got to do is one-on-one and put that running back down. So block bully's the man.
All right, hold on before you go, Rod. Who it is? Dino up the score. Good show, fella. Coach Dre, you cooking. Appreciate that, Dino. $1.99. All right, go ahead, Rod.
Hey, the block bully just doing his job, doing his assignment, standing on the purpose of why he came to Colorado, just to be in the bigger lights, knowing that scouts gonna be there every day, being the big time lights. But you can't just give credit to him. What Turian Carter is doing on the defensive line, when he's turning them guards into the centers.
True.
Hey, we weren't seeing that last year, right? When you can stand up a lineman and move him into another person to clear the hole for a linebacker to go make that play, you love that. That's what you want to see in the trenches. You want to be able to see our guys take on two guys or turn a guy into another guy to clear space for your linebackers to run. The block bully just taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, as you see today, right, on their off days, you see him in there working. You see the other defensive lineman in there working. And McNeil, hey,
I'll get, but y'all killing my show. But go ahead. I'll go get to it. Go ahead.
hey, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna let Coach Dre finish it.
But check this out, though, now, before you go, Coach Dre. Even though that defensive line is putting that pressure on, the offensive line still holding up. They still holding up. They still blocking.
They are.
I mean, they're gonna still do their thing. You listen to the greatest linebacker that ever played the game, Ray Lewis. He tells you that God bless the dead, that the Saragusa is the reason he's a Hall of Famer. He brought Saragusa to his Hall of Fame speech. He spoke about him. He said Saragusa is the reason that I'm a Hall of Famer. Because if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, take on two blocks and let me run sideline to sideline, gap to gap, I'm not a Hall of Famer. So block bully is doing what he's supposed to do. And that's what we tried to tell people last year, is that we just didn't have good defensive line play. I don't know if the linebackers were just that bad. We just didn't have good defensive line play. I watched the play yesterday, Will.
Linebackers bad, Coach Dre.
Listen, but what I'm telling you is you don't have to be that great. But if a 300-pounder is getting up to, what I'm telling you is my son play offensive line. That's why I love Tyler. People say why I love Tyler Brown so bad. But if we teach our guys to double team up to the linebacker. So once we gonna take this lineman up to the linebacker, and then this lineman gonna come off and get him. If you execute that, I don't care how good of a linebacker you are, you're not making the play. I ain't gotta block you that well. All I gotta do is get in your way. All my running back need is a little second to get past, to cut off my butt, and he goes. It's just simple. It ain't rocket science when it comes to it. So when your defensive line play is better, now we can start judging your linebacker read and reaction, because now there's no lineman getting up to you. Because if there's linemen getting up to you, I don't care who you got playing linebacker. You can put Ray Lewis, Mike Singletary, Dick Butkus. If linemen are getting up there to you, you're not making no plays. Because I don't have to. It's not like I got to block you real hard. I just got to get in your way. And when you get a guy like Tyler Brown, and then again, man, you just got to. There's nothing more to say about Tyler Brown. That kid is between him and Vincent for me. But when we get jerseys, you can believe that Tyler Brown gonna have an L on his shirt, because he leads by example. Rock don't talk much. I think Coach Brown make him talk a little bit more than he want to talk. But that kid shows you he doesn't complain. He just works. He put his head down and he works. Coach, you want me to go to tackle? Okay, Coach, I'll go out here and play tackle, and I'll go down here and show you that I can play it and do whatever best for this team, because he is the original protector of two. He's the original protector of two. He came with him from Jackson State for a reason. Coach Brown broke Rock for a reason, and the reason is because he's the glue for our offensive line. So, but Block Bully is doing what, like I say, he's doing what he came to do. And when you play Houston, and you playing against guys like Texas, look at the big ball games and what he did, and watch how many tackles the linebackers had, and that'll tell you just how good that kid is.
Right. Hey, y'all hold on for a minute. I want you to see this. Hold on. Like I said, that boy 2-5, he bring them pads out there, man. He bring them pads. That's just one of the clips I got. I'll tell you, man, that boy Webster, like Rob said, that boy don't mind bringing that heat to you. If you're a running back in the Big 12, I'm putting you on notice. When Jalen Webster is out there, that number 25, shh, y'all can talk about Trevor Wood all you want, even Coach Pryor. That's something about you can talk about Trevor Wood, about his IQ, about he done gained 30 pounds. You can talk, and I'll tell you another one, bringing that heat, JB, they bring that heat, Mr. Wood. They bring that heat. They bring that heat. That's all I got to say on that. Me and Coach Drake got in a little talk back yesterday, but hey, I'm gonna stand on my purpose and stand on my business also. 25
Yeah,
is that dude and don't mind
he
putting them shoulder pads. Hey, but check this out. You ain't gonna never see a running back. You ain't gonna never see him chasing a running back. Put it like that. He coming to the hole to get
but
you.
but also if you go back and watch that, and like I say, I love that kid. He a Florida boy, so you know how I feel about it. But you go back to that same film, and it goes back to the same thing that I just talked about. The linemen get up to him, and with his size, if they can get to him and reach him, he's not gonna be able. You get what I'm saying? So that's my only thing with him. Again, my thing with Trevor Woods is the kid. Again, I'm not just talking about Prime. The guys believe in that guy. He does nothing wrong. Prime told you he's a pro because he studies the game. He gonna know where you supposed to be, where you supposed to be, where he supposed to be, and he's going to be there. You don't get 3 picks on the first week of practice just because I'm standing out here.
I understand about
I'm
the
making
picks, Coach
plays
Gray.
because I know.
I understand about the picks.
Listen.
He can do that.
That,
He a good
yeah, I'm
linebacker.
making
Man, I'm talking
plays.
about
I'm
making a
making plays.
target on
Hey,
first and second down. That's what I'm looking at.
hey,
I
Coach
ain't
Dre.
seen him do it yet.
Coach
I
Dre.
didn't see it last year, and I ain't seen it up yet. I
Coach
ain't
Dre.
seen not one film, unless y'all show it to me, where Trevor Wood has made a tackle. I
Hey,
ain't
Coach.
backing. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. I don't seen him make a good
Hey, be
interception
watch. Be watch.
in regular season and this season. But for the Tigers, just a linebacker coming up and hitting like they supposed to be, I ain't seen it yet. Let
Be
y'all show
watch.
me a film.
Be
Show me a
watch.
film.
You go.
Everything's on film.
Hold
Show me a film. Rob, show me a film,
on.
Steven.
Oh, I'm finna tell you.
Show me a film,
Listen.
Coach Gray.
Listen.
Show me a
Listen.
film.
Listen. Listen. I'm finna tell you what to go watch when you get off of here,
Okay?
and then you can go back and watch Rob when I told you this. Go back and watch. And this before Coach Prime got there. Go back and watch Trevor Woods against TCU the year they went to the national championship. And watch Trevor Woods from safety, but he was in the box safety, come down and make tackles. And remember, I went on Rob's show last year and said, hey, I don't know if Trevor Woods is a safety. I think he's a linebacker. You understand
Hey,
me? And that was against, at
Okay.
that time, the number 2 team in the country. So just go back and watch the film. So that's the year before Prime got there against TCU. And watch Trevor Woods make tackles.
hey,
Watch
listen.
Trevor Woods make tackles.
Last year, I was saying put Trevor Woods at linebacker. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's documented. So I got clips already ready to put him at linebacker. Here's what I'll say, right? Coach Dre, I got a question for you. You know what for the ask? For the linebackers be out there making plays, and they say Coach Hart can't coach. What you got to say now?
Hey man, listen. I don't even get into that, man. Coach Hart, like I told you, you go back to the Jackson State days. You go back to any of that stuff, and you watch how that man coach up linebackers. And if you don't think that guy's a hell of a linebackers coach, I don't know what to tell you. But now you see the progress from JB. You see what Webster has done. And again, Trevor Woods told you guys he was never in the linebacker room last year. He was just in the safeties room and showed up to the game. And they said, "Hey, Trevor, you got to go play linebacker." And now he's in that room. You see, Bentley has gotten better. Now, listen at this here, B. Watts. Go look at the stats for Bentley on games where we were close in games, and look at his tackles. And I know it's a couple games Bentley led the team in tackles. So we can't say he can't tackle. I will say that again. That's why I say I want to see the whole defense before I judge them off of that, off of what you're going. Because I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I'm gonna just say I want to see a full game, and then we can sit here and we can say that. And you get what I'm saying? The first game, you're going to get to find it out. Because North Dakota State going to run the football. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. They coming in there to run the football. So if you can't tackle, we going to find out real early.
Hey, 3 more Thursdays, baby.
Go ahead, Mr. Wood. I said what I had to say. I'm standing on it until you show me. He showed me.
BWatts, you better get out of Missouri, sir. You better get out of Missouri because that show me state gonna get you in trouble. When it comes to Trevor Woods, I'll tell people this here. As a Coach Dre, you're a coach. The most comfortable thing you can have as a coach is knowing that person right there, I can sleep good. If you listen to Well Off, Coach Hart got a smile on his face that he never had last year. That he's sitting over there. Coach Hart know he has talent on that side. Not only does he have talent, those young men are performing at a high level right now. So it can't do anything but get better because the more you put those plays in there, the more they understand that, hey, and that competition level that you have there is just tremendous. This is going to be the key for them. You got a person like Trevor Wood, and Coach Prime is brilliant. He pushing buttons. He does everything right. Coach ain't lying. He ain't lying. He does everything right. But what he's telling you is, why aren't you in that room studying like that? Why aren't
there you go.
Why are you complaining? Why are you sitting over there doing this one here? Why aren't you getting better? Now, when a coach is telling you that, the emphasis is off the coach. The coach is like, hey, you got an opportunity to do anything you want to do, and I'm giving you more reps than you can ever imagine. Go make plays. So Trevor is used as that person to say, hey, take his position. And I'm here to tell you, BWatts, they're not going to take his position because all he's going to do is make plays.
Who making plays?
When you get 3 interceptions, sir, last time I checked,
Time out. I ain't
let me say
questioning
this.
his interception and all that stuff. I'm talking about making a tiger on a running back in a hole.
Sir, let me make this one to you. Let me submit this to you. Livingston said when they do numbers, the team that leads in turnovers 78% of the time, they win the game. So if
True,
he's getting an interception, that means that's a turnover. And he took him to the
true,
house. So that not only is
true.
he getting an interception, he's scoring. So if 78% of the time you win by getting turnovers, I'll take them 3 turnovers, sir.
I'm talking about for a middle linebacker. A middle linebacker. But check this out. Where was he last year when they were throwing them slants on him?
Sir, you got to
Hey,
realize
nah,
he wasn't in the
Moving
linebackers.
up, you're moving the goalposts on me. Y'all, you and
Everybody
Coach Drake
was
moving the
horrible.
goalposts over.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
no,
listen.
no, 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 no. You heard me say it. Everybody was horrible. If one person is out of position on a defense, it screws everybody else. So you just can't get mad at Trevor because Trevor's looking at somebody else who coming behind him that the person didn't get. So if I get him, I'm screwed. If I don't, I'm screwed over here. I give up a touchdown. I'd rather give up 10 yards than 100. So it's just one of those things. It was bad. It was bad all over. So what are we talking about? Oh, we can go on. You got better talent. You got better people up front. He's been in the position for a minute. Now let's see what he does.
when it comes to last year, right? You're talking about Charles Kelly's scheme versus the scheme this year. It's complete difference. It's complete opposite, right? There's more freedom, more space for them to do certain things that they wasn't able to do last season. So it's hard to compare looking back at last season to look at this season when you're talking about two defensive coordinators. Now, if Charles Kelly was still the defensive coordinator, and now you can say, oh, okay, now there's pros and cons that you can see from it. When you're talking about two different schemes, Robert Lipson is let them play free and let them make instinct plays. Versus Charles Kelly, there's a certain system, and you got to do this to the T. So, and then you're asking somebody to move in the middle of the season from one position to another position. Coming from a linebacker position and reading stuff to playing at the safety position, reading stuff because you can see the entire field at the safety position versus the linebacker position, it's going to be a complete difference. It's going to take some time to adjust. That's just the bottom line to it. So we can't keep harping on Trevor Woods and what he did last year. What growth do you see this year? And the way he's studying film and the way he's making plays is an improvement from last year, because last year he wasn't making them plays, right? You can talk about the slants, this, that, and the third, but then he just going to tell you, then the coach is going to tell you that he came back and he got off this guy to go back and double back to go make an interception. Somewhere you got to improve, so it's you're going to have some pros and cons, but what you got to ask yourself is how many times are they running the ball when Trevor was in the game on that series? So it's going to be hard to see if he's really making plays in a hole, but you could take that one clip and use it. But in reality, how much are they really running the ball when he's in there? Because if he's on the first team defense, that means he's going against the second team. So how much are they really running the ball with the second unit versus when Shador's in there and they're running the ball? So there's a lot of pros and cons to play with that.
Right. Hey, I'm just sitting back watching. That's how. Hey, Lawrence got a super chat right here. He said, "What's the confidence level with the backup quarterback?" Go ahead, Coach Ray. Roy.
I mean, right now you just gotta feel like Staub's been in the offense for 2 years. We should feel good about what he can do and stuff like that. But I think the offense will change when you have to put a Staub in there. It won't be the same. Maybe it won't be the same package for Shador. But you got to feel good about that. But hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know he got on an ugly number, but that kid number 22 throwing the football with that third team. All right. All right. He might have on a boy. Listen, but every time I look on the film, boy, 22 throwing that thing. He throwing that thing like it's supposed to be thrown. You understand me? I know that ugly. I know the number ugly, and it might feel like he ain't gonna play. But boy, that kid throwing that football. I'm talking about the Draylon and them touchdowns Draylon done caught and Cam
Yep.
Makell. That's 22.
Yep.
That's 22 throwing that football.
He
I,
sure
22
is.
throwing that football.
Yep. You
I,
right, Coach Ray. You right on that one.
I like the competition right now with Ponder and Ryan Staub. I like the competition right now. Ponder's showing you like, hey, listen, just get the ball out. If you read the covers and you see one of them freshmen out there on the island, just let it go. Let them go make the plays. You ain't got to do too much. So to see everything and how it's lined, Ponder was the last quarterback in. He was the last quarterback in. But you go out there and you're going to go see him make plays. That, is he going to make turnovers? Yeah, but you've seen a lot of great throws from him to get the ball to the playmakers and get the hell out the way. Yeah, don't turn it over. Just, hey, whatever you see, go with it. And that's what he's doing. So for me, can we have a better better backup quarterback? Yeah, but I like the situation that we're in because each one of our backup quarterbacks brings something unique. So if we need a running quarterback, we got one of those. If we need to pull something out of the bag, we got a quarterback that can do that. So we got a quarterback that's been in the, Utah game. If we need to have him for a series, things or something, may happen, we got somebody, so I'm confident in what we got to back up.
Yeah.
I really like what Ponder's doing too.
I like Staub. I mean, I ain't got no problem with it. He showed me in the Utah game that he can stand there and play a quarterback position to me. Go ahead, Miss Woods. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you ain't cutting me off. I'm sold on Staub, and this is why I'm sold on Staub. Staub don't have to do nothing but get the ball to playmakers. That's your only job. Then the cool thing about Staub is this one here. When you put Staub in the game and they know Staub is starting, that's when Warren Sapp and the defensive line coach is looking at it. It's all Damon Lewis say this all time. Now, guys, we're gonna win this football game. That goes to the defense now. And then now the defense is gonna come up there and say, we're not giving up nothing because we know that we need to stop that other team to ensure that we're gonna win that game. That puts pressure on the defense, in which they're gonna look forward to that. The next thing I'll say is this one here. Now you got running backs. Now we go back to the Jackson State days. We pound the football, play action. Now you got those receivers, Travis with his hand up in the air. The good thing about Staub is this. The only thing they need to tell Staub, if I gave Staub any advice, and Coach Prime already told him, 5 yards at a time, young man. That's all we need. 5 yards at a time. And when you got an opportunity to hit that big play, you got to hit it. If he does that, you win. That's good football. And I'm happy with Staub because make the simple plays and you don't have to win the game. Let's put the pressure on the defense and the running backs.
That's a good take on that. That's a good take on it. We hope we answer your question there, sir. Y'all got any questions today? Just drop it down in the chat and we'll get to it the best of our ability. All
I
right?
know one thing we ain't talked about, but it's a real competition at that cornerback position. And Mr. Preston Hodge, real deal. Hey, and I can tell you one thing about another thing. Colin Hood, you won't see no big plays being up over there.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say nothing on that one. I'm there watching. I agree with you. I got it on my list. I wasn't even gonna bring it up. I thought it was just, boy, I'm telling you, it ain't gonna go how y'all think it's gonna go. A lot of people, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people in the chat. That cornerback position, boy, woo. Some of them guys look better than Travis at cornerback, man. I'm
I ain't
just
gonna say all
saying, bro.
that.
I'm just saying.
But see, here's the thing. You can see the difference when Travis on defense and when Travis on offense. You can see the difference.
Yeah.
You can see who they're attacking on defense.
Who?
At that cornerback position. And you can see who they staying away from. That 2-4 and that 3, they staying away from them when Travis is on offense.
I'm glad I only the only one been paying attention.
Again, I mean, anybody with 2 eyes can see. But again, that kid came from the University of Auburn. Auburn said he was their number 1 corner going
Number
after the
one.
spring. Their number 1 corner. So if you thought this kid was coming from Auburn where he knew he was gonna start to not push a kid to play, come on. Like that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just common sense. You get what I'm saying? But he does everything right. I love them hood kids. The 2 brothers, the cousins. I love those guys. The
Right.
brother, the one that's in the backfield, he nice. I haven't got to see a lot of the linebacker, but they say he been doing pretty good with his reps. But it's good to have that because now what I know is if Travis done went, let's just say we had a 12, 15 play series and Travis played all 15 plays on offense. I feel comfortable right now saying, hey, 3, you go out there, 3, 24, 8, 7, and 21. I feel good with that. I feel just as good as if I had 12 out there. So you see what I'm saying? So I think that's where we're in a better position. The same thing on defense, where if the defense done had a long drive, a bend but don't break type of drive, and Travis need a little break, we know we got receivers over there we can put in there and we feel comfortable with. And that's the biggest thing. Last year I don't think we had that. It's like, hey Travis, what you doing? Hey boy, boy, hey, we call timeout so Travis can get some water. He needs to be on the football field. Hey boy, we don't got time for you to stand over here. This year, I don't think they have that. Again, if you go back and look at the Jackson, his first year, that's what I think they had. They had enough guys that they felt confident with. You get what I'm saying? Where he didn't have to go do certain things all the time. But you got to feel good about that cornerback and safety room. I feel real good about that quarterback and safety room.
Well, not only should you feel good about it, what you have different from last year is last year they didn't have no pressure. I don't care what cornerbacks you had. You could have had NFL cornerbacks on there last year. If your boy Caleb Williams got 8 seconds back there, I don't care who you can't guard. You can't guard people for 8 seconds. It's impossible. I don't care who you are. It's just impossible. What I can tell you is this one here: the more pressure gets on quarterbacks, and the next thing is this one here. Not only more pressure, all those people who criticize Tua about his feet and everything else, let's watch some other quarterbacks when they get hit. Let's watch some other quarterbacks when they get hit. Let's see how many interceptions that are thrown within the first 3 games on the other side of the defense, on the other side of the offense. Because when you're getting hit in your mouth, things change a little bit. You don't throw the ball as crisp. Balls get tipped. The ball don't come out as fast as it wants to. So all I'm saying is this one here. Those cornerbacks are going to play very aggressive because they understand we got a McNeil that's going to win his one-on-one because block bully's getting double teamed. So I'm one-on-one with a guard. And next thing you know, McNeil in there. You got Hayes on that other side saying, oh, that tight end has to chip on Green. And because they got a chip on Green, I got a fresh start to that quarterback. So you're going to see cornerback DBs back there smiling for saying, thank you, Hayes. Thank you, McNeil. Because of you, I got that interception. And this is going to be the key here. You're not going to see a headache game this year by Shiloh. What you're going to see is interception city because they have in their mind right now, when they get the ball, Coach Prime wants them to take it to the house. And that's what you're going to see.
Rod, I ain't want to bring up this, but you beat me to the punch, boy. I'm telling y'all, man, that Preston Hard, boy, 2-4, man, he ain't done play with y'all. I'm just saying, this dude is a ball hawker himself. All week long, Rod, he's making plays.
Hey,
As a matter of fact, Rod, before you go, he was doing it during the summer.
yeah. He's just showing you the reason why Colorado went out and got him. That's what he's showing you, right? Hey, y'all thought I'm finna sit on the bench, do this, that, and the third. I'm coming to show you. Hey, I'm the number one guy. I know Travis here. I'm the number one corner. You got to come see me, right? You got to come test this. So, hey, I just love what he brings, his attitude, his demeanor, his purpose, and you know what they showing. But I don't want to forget about them safeties back there.
Oh, that
RJ
number
Johnson,
9?
number
I think the
5.
number 9.
RJ Johnson, number 5. Savion Riley, number 9.
Yeah, oh boy, yeah.
Marvin
Even
Smith, number
Travis J
6.
looking pretty good.
The safety's coming on.
They coming on there, boy. I was kind of worried about that position, but
And
after this
then
week, I was like, oh no. Oh
B-Watts,
no.
before you get
and
there,
then Scott.
this is how good Hodge now is. Look at the walk-ons DB on how well they're playing. Yeah, we talking about Hodge and all those, but what you need to realize is those walk-ons are playing so well. I guarantee you're going to have some coaches from other teams looking, saying, hey, he might not be starting for them over there, but that young man right there could be starting for us. Because if you can guard Travis Hunter and you can guard Will Shepherd down, you doggone sure can guard these guys because they ain't at that level. So I'm just saying, they're being taught there, and Hodge them is really teaching those walk-ons. This is how to be a professional. This is when you know Colorado's going to be good. When your walk-ons excel, you're going to be a pretty good team.
And also, Rod, and then Coach Dre, and then Steve, the scouts are already out there. There was an NFL scout from Detroit and Tampa Bay at practice this week. Already, bro.
It was more
But
than
when
just
this season started, they get out to a good steam. Boy, man, them players better put the work in. They gonna get noticed. Go ahead, Coach
I mean,
Dre.
it's simple, man. It's simple. You talking about arguably the number 1 pick in the draft, number 2 to 3, 4 pick in the draft, and you know they on the same team. And so now you know that every scout in the country is coming through Colorado this year because they want to see them close, eye to eye, face to face. You want to see BJ Green up close and personal. You want to see Shiloh. So those other guys, like you see why Silman Craig is going so hard, because right now I have an opportunity to up my grade, to understand that I can make it when people told me I couldn't make it. People told me I was gonna be too small. What you following Coach Prime to Colorado for? You ain't gonna know. All of those things, like I say, those kids, they heard it. They didn't say anything. They just did what they've been doing their whole lives. It's work. So I expect, like I say, you gonna see every team in the NFL come through the University of Colorado this year, and then your coaches got the best connections. Coach Prime tells you at the beginning of Coach Neely's interview, it's about the connections and the relationships. When you
So
got Hall of Fame jackets on your coaching staff, and why wouldn't Tampa Bay come in? Why wouldn't they listen to Warren Sapp when Warren Sapp say, "Hey, I got a kid down here in this three technique, boy. He might not be me, but he can sure get it done. Y'all might need
right,
to come check him out. I got a guy like McNeil down here who can do this and do that." The same thing with Damian Lewis. When the Panthers come through there, hey coach, hey man, I got a guy that can do this. So the relationships that these coaches have, and so when people brush us off when we say we're gonna have a good little bit of draft picks, well, y'all keep brushing us off. You keep brushing us off. You get what I'm saying? But when you start seeing them kids get drafted next season, I don't, we ain't gonna come on here and tell you we told you so. We just gonna have a show and just, talk about the kids that y'all said wasn't gonna get drafted. But it's just a great feeling for those guys. It's exciting. I hope they get to see it. And the biggest thing for my guy Jimmy Horn was this week was for Coach Prime to let them see that Devin Hester got into the Hall of Fame. So you can do it from the special teams point of view. So that was big. But everybody wants to come see Travis Shador, and every time one of those scouts come in there, I'll be making sure they leave, write my name down on the piece of paper.
It's two
anybody want to add to
NFL.
that?
Well, I'll add this and let Rob to close it for me on this one here. You got an owner that has a big D on his on their helmet right there, and they have quarterbacks now that you have to pay $60 million to. So can you imagine a person looking at their team and saying, "Hey, $60 million," and then you got the Denver Broncos who picked somebody, and then you got the New England Patriots who picked a quarterback who can't even get on the field right now. He looks so horrible. So my point is this one here. When you got two, this is what I'm not just saying it. This is the truth. So when you got two who's second to none, and he's sitting over there, and if you paid attention last year, Jerry went over there and he went and said, "Can I meet your son?" He already knew Shador. He already knew two, but he wanted to meet him. So I'm just telling y'all right now, before y'all, it ain't no conspiracy. Those owners are no fool. I'm not paying somebody $60 million when I got 8 quarterbacks coming out this draft, and I can pick one of those 8 quarterbacks and put talent around them, young talent, and we can win. Ain't number one team gonna win a Super Bowl, and I can guarantee you after looking at certain teams, they don't have a snowball chance in Haiti of doing it. So why are you paying a quarterback $60 million when I can wait on 2 to come through there? Not only 2, I can wait for that Cam Ward, I can wait for the Georgia boy. You got plenty. You got a plethora of quarterbacks that you can pay $3 or $5 million compared to 60. So I'm just saying, you're going to see, not only you're going to see scouts, you're going to see NFL owners, because Denver needs to be heading down there too, because they got a problem too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you put it all out there tonight, boy. Check this out. Rod, Colorado's they got another commitment, man. The
Yes,
tight end
sir.
commitment to Zane DeSosa, 6'6", 255 pounds. That's a
Yes,
big
sir.
boy.
Hey, he's a hell of a ball player. I know a lot of people don't know he's an in-state recruit. He just went and betted on himself. He came to camp in June and tore it up, and Prime walked over to his family, and closed the deal. He didn't have a lot of offers. He only had 3 offers. He didn't have a lot of offers, but he knew where he wanted to go. He betted on himself. He went in there and showed why. When you watch his film, it matches up. But when you see him that big, the great thing about him is he's an athlete. He can be used. He can put some weight on him to be used as a tackle, right? So it's a great pick, great pickup. It's good to see that talent in Colorado is still coming to University of Colorado. That's always huge when you get in-state kids close off the back door. Because there are a lot of talented kids that come out of the state of Colorado and they go to different universities. Michigan last year on the roster had a lot of Colorado kids. There's talent in the state of Colorado. It's just not as advertised like everyone else's because they consider Colorado football less than what most people see it as. So there's a lot of opportunities that's out there. It's just about showing up at the right time and bring your lunch pill on that day and coming to work.
Hey, when you just talk about the commit, that's a tight end. We gotta give a big hand clap to the kid Sam that transferred in from
Sam
Ohio State.
Hart.
I did listen, man, that kid there,
Good point, Dre.
we
Good
got us a
point, Coach
tight
Dre.
end.
Yeah,
We got us a tight end. That kid, he's
he
solid.
catching it.
He looks like he can block, he can catch it, and he got
And
a
he got a
little
little
speed
speed
with it.
on him.
So yeah, he got a little speed with it. I was very impressed with that kid this week. Every time I saw a video and I saw him catch the ball, I was just like, hey man, we got us something. Ohio State they let something go, and we sure appreciate it. Ohio State, we
Yeah.
thank you very much. Because hey, that kid, having a good tight end with a guy like Shador is big. So if you go back and watch the kid Steven, I forget his last name, from Jackson State, he had breakout seasons with Shador at tight end. So I'm expecting big things from Sam. I really am. He really showed up, and that take a little pressure off. And now you got to think about him. I think a lot of people think we was gonna get Sam and he was just gonna be a blocker. He's just an extra blocker. We're not gonna have to worry about him catching no passes. But okay, think that if you want to, Sam gonna be out there going up the middle, up the seam, catching that thing, going into the house. But yeah, you got to give. And that's another coach that a lot of people slept on and talked about him being demoted. But look at what he's doing with Sam. You got to give. You got to give Coach a big round of applause.
Bartolone, yep.
Yeah, Coach Bartolone. You got to give him a big round of applause of what he's doing with them tight ends. And, a couple of linebackers that got made tight ends. And those guys, Pearson has been looking good as well. So you got to give Bartolone a hand clap. This coaching staff is the real MVP. As much as we want to talk about these players, this coaching staff, they the real MVP. The way these guys are gelling, the way I see the defensive coaches jumping around, the way you see Coach Sherman come over there to the wide receiver group and say, hey, I don't know what y'all did last night, but y'all need to do that all the time. So to me, those coaches, they're the real MVPs right now. And a lot of coaches, they don't get the gratitude or to get their flowers that they deserve. But the Colorado coaching staff, they deserve their flowers because this coaching staff is really showing you when you give us what we need, what we can do.
Hey, you
True.
got to go back to
I agree with you on that, Coach Dre, because when you got Warren Sapp and Damian Lewis, they kind of that raw guy. But when you throw in the coordinator, he give them a balance because he's low key. He talks soft. He try to articulate his
Yeah,
word right. Leviston,
he might talk soft. He might talk soft, but he out there headbutting kids and everything. He be just as jacked as the rest of them, boy. I like that guy. He got a lot
yeah,
of
I like
talent.
the chemistry they got.
I just want to keep him for 2 years. I just hope we can keep him for 2 years.
When you go back to Brett, right? You got to give hats off to him because one of the positions that everybody feel like is like the weakest on the team, he's got 2 commitments in his room already in the class of 25.
Right.
A lot of people it went underneath the rug, but he's doing his work on the recruiting trail. Not only him, but Corey Phillips and Coach Riz, they
right.
closing the foundation. But you got to give Brett Bartolone credit because he is going out there and he's evaluating his room and he's getting ahead of the game. and he's already got 2 commitments in his room for next season. That's huge.
Well, I'm gonna put you with this one here when it comes to first thing with that tight end. I'll hit with that tight end. It's gonna be a fantastic pickup. He showed out on the camps that he came up for Colorado. Not only did he show at the camps, they knew he was going to Nebraska to a camp up there, and he showed out up there also. So they knew he was gonna. The more he went to camps, the more he was gonna be out there. The more he would have been gone. The next thing I'll say with this one here, when it pertains to Colorado, just like Rob said, you got a few legacy players up there in Colorado. You got a kid Deacon, and you got Velisquez brother who's coming up. You got some talented young men in Colorado. That offensive line and a couple other positions, they're very talented. So Coach Prime is going to have a nice plethora of people that he can pick from that he feels like meets his culture and are willing to do what they need to do in Colorado. The next thing I'm going to go with is Dancy. We're talking all these coaches, but that Dancy, you can say Dancy doing it so well. Coach Prime telling Dancy to get up there and talk to everybody. Dancy is putting himself in a position where he's not going to be at Mississippi Valley State no more. He's going to put himself, next thing for him, he's going to be the defensive coordinator up there for, I hope once Livingston does his thing, I see a defensive coordinator coming this way. And after that defensive coordinator, I can see him as a head coach at a nice university because he knows how, that young man knows how to motivate young men. And you can see those young men are moving and they hearing what he's saying and they're acting to it. So him and Lode Hope, they bet on themselves and they getting ready to get paid.
It's a good point. Good point, fellas. Hey guys, we got about 2 more minutes. We're gonna end the show, but we're gonna go around the horn. Give us your last thought, and we are in. Give us your last thought on the first week of fall camp. Start with you, Coach Dre.
Um, we feel good. It's the first week. Just like the football season, I want to go one. You want to go 1-0 first week of camp. They went 1-0 the first week of camp. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. We had good things on offense. We had good things on defense. The freshmen that we think are gonna be guys, they showing that they're guys. And then you got some surprises. Like I say, the tight end, the quarterback Ponder, the defensive offensive line is the biggest upgrade that we had, and that's what we knew we needed to fix. You got to give Coach Corey, you got to give the recruiting staff their flowers for going out and getting the best offensive lineman that we could get, the best defensive lineman that we could get. So you got to give them an A for this week. Now we got to build upon this week. We got to be better than last week. We want to be 1-0 again this week. And big shout out to my guy Jimmy Horn. I know people didn't know it, but not only was he out there balling, but we was going to class and coming back and balling. So some of them times when y'all was seeing him and just he didn't have his pads on yet, that's because my boy had to go run and go to class right quick. And then we come back out here and give it to you. So I'm proud of you, boy. Keep working. Go ahead, Rob.
Oh man, as always, man, we just keep stacking days. At the end, that's the end goal, right? Keep stacking days. Go 1-0 for the week. And what you want to see is you just want to see growth of players, right? Taking what they're being taught, what they're being developed, and just keep stacking on days, on top of days, on top of days. And the second thing is make sure you take care of your body. Get in for treatment. Make sure your body is ready to go because the best thing you can do is be available, right? Everybody right now ain't nobody 100% healthy. It is what it is, right? Keep stacking days, take care of your body, nurture your body, and everything else to take care of itself.
What I'm saying is this one here: stay positive. Keep the main thing the main thing. Don't get complacent because you don't. When it deals with Coach Prime, I'm telling you like this here: week 1, week 2, 1, 3, it does not make a difference. He is not giving you anything. So with that being said, those young men need to stay positive. Don't get complacent and stay physically in shape because if you're coming out there and you're out of shape, you're toast. Because the first thing Coach Prime is doing, they writing stuff down. I can't trust you because the main thing you should be is in shape as an athlete. We talk all this stuff, but if you're an athlete, your main job is to be in shape, physically fit. That's the main job. Then the next thing goes, well, you need to handle your business on that field. So if you're not in shape, that's shame on you. That has nothing to do with a coach. That's you if you're not in shape. So with that being said, that's what I saw in week 1. I saw a lot of great competition, and those men need to know, hey, you control your destiny. Quit blaming people. The only person who control your destiny is that person. When you put that mirror up, that person. So make it happen.
That's a good point, y'all. Good. That's a good round the horn way to end this thing tonight. Appreciate Mr. Woodland for joining us tonight. Want to thank everybody who participated in the chat, and everybody, even if you didn't participate in the chat, that you took out the time to watch the show. Hey, we appreciate each and one of you. I wasn't gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it to uh he texted me. Well, he said he ready. I just didn't bring him on. I don't like being late. I don't like my guests being late when you make agreement. I'm Matt McChesson. We're gonna have to reschedule another time. Appreciate the reaching out, but hey, that's why I be careful about when I put stuff out way ahead of time, because you never know who gonna show up on time, and you never know who ain't gonna show up. So I know he texted me twice, say he ready, but hey, I didn't get into that, but I call him once I get out the show and try to reschedule him another time because he want to talk about Zane. I guess he was with 026 something
Yeah.
he was on. I don't know. He want to talk about that during the show, but hey, maybe next time. But anyway, guys, appreciate y'all, Coach Drake. Nothing but love for you. Rod, nothing but love for you. Steve, see you Tuesday night. Appreciate you, everybody, for tuning in once again. Man, I'm telling you, we're in for a good season coming up this year. And I'm telling you right now, Colorado coming for y'all next in that Big 12. If this defense continue to progress, and the main thing, stop the run, it's gonna be hard to handle two and Colorado football team. So we're gonna go around for the last word and closing it out. Start with Mr. Woodland, then we'll go with Rod, and then we'll let Coach Dre close it out.
I'll tell everybody out there in podcast land, just stay blessed. Not only stay blessed, just understand in life, you control your own destiny. You are the reason. You are great, and you can continue being great by just always having that mindset. I tell people all the time, keep that mindset. I am great. I do great things. I can do all things through Christ. And if you do that, you're going to keep being great. You're going to keep doing great things. And thank you for listening to us because we truly appreciate it.
Man, as always, thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit the like, share, subscribe button to both channels as we bring this new content to you guys every Sunday. Y'all just stay ready to go. Y'all never know who's going to pop on here on Sundays with us. But we are always grateful and thankful and blessed for everybody that tunes in and watches every Sunday because we couldn't do this without y'all. Y'all make this show go to another level. And as we grow and we keep stacking on shows, we're gonna get better and better at this. So y'all just keep rocking with us. Make sure we love the support for reaching out to us. If y'all got anything that y'all want, just hit us up, let us know. If there's any advertisement that y'all want to do with the show, please reach out to either me or BWatts. And we can talk and get all that stuff. But when it comes to all the advertisement, we let BWatts handle all that stuff. So y'all can hit up BWatts. Y'all ain't gonna worry about hitting up me. Just hit up BWatts because he handles all that stuff.
Well, you
I
could.
had to say that.
No. Listen. Let me before you go close it out, Coach Dre. Once again, hey, appreciate everybody once again. Like I said, I want to thank all of my sponsors who have taken out the time to sponsor my show. But if you want Rob the Man Media to sponsor your show, to put your product out there, hey, give the guy a call. Give him a chance. I'm telling you, him and Coach Dre will take care of you to the best of their ability. And starting next month, I got a new sponsor gonna start from Denver, Colorado, but they want to start doing when the football season coming up. When I get their information out there to y'all, and it's a good product, and they really, hey, I guess they trusted me, and I'm grateful for that. But
Hey,
go ahead, Rob.
shout out to Redcon. They do sponsor the RobDaManMedia. So shout out to Redcon. We'll be dropping information there soon. But shout out to Redcon One. Go ahead, Coach Dre.
First and foremost, I want to thank my uncle Steve for coming on and rocking with us tonight. That's my guy. That's my man, 100 grand. I rock with him any day of the week. To my brother B Watts, man, we like I said, you could have chose any group of young men to rock with you and to rock with me and bruh. That's great. To Rob, you know what it is all the time, every day of the week. You can't have a tree unless you plant a seed. You can't and it's got to be rooted down in the ground. So when you think about being great, understand that you got to put your roots down in the ground so the soil can help you grow. I appreciate everybody for coming on with us tonight, listening to us, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to stop by here with us. And as I always tell you, if I send no ships out, no ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Drake. That is my guy, B. Watts. That's my uncle, Uncle Steve, and my brother, RobDaManMedia. We'll see y'all next Sunday, same time, same place.
Y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all.